Yeah, we had several discussions with our customers, and one important point for them is the privacy protection. So, of course, it's a camera, and if you monitor facilities, there's sometimes an issue with the acceptance of camera use there, and therefore it's now possible to activate face blurring to hide defined areas.
Welcome to a new episode of our inVISION podcast, 5 Questions Too. Our topics are image processing, machine and embedded vision, AI and metrology. My name is Peter Ebert, Editor-in-Chief of inVISION, and I'm happy to have you here for a new episode.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of our inVISION podcast. Today, I will talk with Annika Felhauer, Technology Development Manager, Industrial Sensors at Pepperl Fuchs, about the new SmartRunner family and the new SmartRunner Measurer 3D. We will talk also about other new products from the machine vision sector from Pepperl Fuchs, and I'll try to get some more information about what will be next at Pepperl Fuchs. Hello, Annika. Nice to have you here at our inVISION podcast.
Hi, Peter. Thanks for the invitation.
It is a pleasure for us. So let's start immediately with the first question. Pepperl Fuchs has offered the SmartRunner Explorer 3D for some time now. Could you please briefly introduce this 3D vision sensor to us?
Yeah, sure. So SmartRunner 3D is the name of our platform of 3D vision sensors. So the intention was and still is, of course, to have a product family with a very attractive price-performance ratio, but still have a high flexibility to meet the diverse needs in the market. So the platform is based on the stereo vision technology and has a resolution of 1.4 megapixel, which fits for most of the applications we see. And we have an additional advantage that we have integrated pre-processing. So this means that the matching algorithm to create the 3D data runs directly on the sensor, which gives us also a high flexibility for different sensor variants. So you ask about the SmartRunner Explorer 3D, and this is one product group of this platform. So Explorer stands for the raw data version. So this sensor directly outputs the 2D and 3D image data. This variant offers the highest flexibility for our customers, as they or an integrator can adapt the image processing to the specific application. We have several variants with different working ranges from 600 millimeters up to about 3 meters. And you can easily integrate the SmartRunner Explorer 3D via our device driver or also via GenICam or ROS drivers.
Besides the SmartRunner Explorer 3D, you introduced the new SmartRunner Measurer 3D at the beginning of this year. How does this system differ from the Explorer 3D?
Good question. So, like the name says, it's also part of the SmartRunner 3D platform. But the measurer is more, so we say, a sensor instead of camera. So the Explorer provides the image data, but the measurer provides already result data for a specific application. So the SmartRunner Measurer 3D comes with an integrated measurement algorithm. So the intention is that we have the image processing directly on the sensor and no external image processing is required. And the specific variant is developed for the measurement of objects. So these objects can be cuboid or irregular shaped. And the sensor provides then the volume, the dimensions, so length, width, height of an object, as well as the rotation and the coordinates of the object surface. Yeah, and thanks to the stereo vision technology, we can use this variant also for static and dynamic application. So we take an image by one shot. So we can measure it by one shot. And this makes it very easy, very fast, and can be used for static and dynamic applications up to 2.5 meters without any effect on the accuracy.
Thanks. And what are the advantages of the new SmartRunner Measurer 3D for the customers?
So we have several advantages. One is, of course, as we directly output the results, it's a potential to save money and also time. No additional resources are required on the customer side to develop image processing algorithms. Thus, projects can be completed much faster. So no resources for the image processing are required, and also no expertise at customer side is required. Then we have also a cost saving potential regarding the setup. So if you have the algorithm running directly on the sensor, you do not need an external evaluation unit. And of course, every evaluation unit or IPC always costs money. So there's also a saving potential. And as I already mentioned, it's a sensor with a high resolution of 1.4 megapixel. This means we can accurately measure objects. We have the suitability for static and dynamic application, and also changing velocities in an application have no effect on the accuracy.
Great. And for which potential applications are these two vision sensors designed?
Yeah, let's start with the SmartRunner Measurer 3D. So here we see many applications in the material handling area. So when we think about sorters, for example, sometimes polybags or parcels have to be sorted by their size to ensure a faster process afterwards. But yeah, we see also the measurement of boxes before palletizing or before boxes are automatically stored. It's not limited at the end to material handling. So in all applications where dimensional information or position information is required, the sensor can be used. When we think about the Explorer version, of course, the sensor has the highest flexibility to adapt it to specific applications. So the range is quite broad of applications. We see the typical pick and place application, but also completeness check or measurement of objects. It is used for tray checks. So sometimes trays should be checked if they are empty or if they reach a specific fill level or overreach it. And these are typical applications for the sensor.
Of course, I have to ask. Explorer 3D, Measurer 3D, will be there more SmartRunner versions in the near future?
I think there are many ideas, and it's always worth to keep updated on the several Pepperl and Fuchs channels. And yeah, the step to another variant is not that far, I think.
So stay tuned. We will inform you. Okay, what other new developments can we expect from Pepperl and Fuchs in the field of vision technology later this year?
So we were already very active since beginning of this year. In the last weeks, we had 2 launches of quite attractive products. So one is the Clever Reader. It's very compact and economic code reader for 1 and 2D codes. So it reads all common codes, but also lasered or needled codes. And it is developed for applications up to 3.5 meters per second and has a wide range of reading modes and also options to output formatting. And another product, which is, in my opinion, definitively worth to mention, is our event camera, the VOC. There we launched the last variant in March this year. The event camera is like an industrial dash cam. So it has an integrated ring buffer, which continuously records a situation in a machine or in a facility. And only in case of a trigger event, a video is permanently stored or saved. And yeah, this gives customers the option to monitor machines via the live stream, or also to simplify the failure analysis by just checking out these specific videos which are stored. And yeah, like it is, or as it is the second generation, of course, it comes with new features.
Which features?
Yeah, we had several discussions with our customers, and one important point for them is the privacy protection. So of course, it's a camera, and if you monitor facilities, there's sometimes an issue with the acceptance of camera use there. And therefore, it's now possible to activate face blurring to hide defined areas. So if there's a pathway in the field of view, for example, you can hide it flexibly, or also you can deactivate the ring buffer to ensure, or even if there's maintenance work to do, the workers are not in the videos. And in addition to that, we have more trigger options. So we have human recognition, so that if a person is detected in the image, you can trigger an event. We have motion trigger, and also we can define acceleration limits to trigger an event. So it's very flexible that you can adapt it to your application. And there are much more features, but I think it's just a product which is worth to check out.
Sounds very interesting. Okay, I'm an editor, so it's allowed to ask. Maybe you can give us a hint what will be next, coming in the next weeks or months? Or do we have to have a look at your booth at the SPS or another fair?
Of course, one of the biggest trade shows is the SPS for us, and it's always a chance for us to emphasize products or new launches, and there's always ways to check it out. As I mentioned, there were some launches this year, but of course, we continue to work on our vision products, and stay tuned.
Okay, I will keep you informed. Many thanks for giving us the information about the new SmartRunner family, Annika.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And it was a pleasure to have you here in our podcast. I will definitely have a look at your booth latest on at the SPS, or maybe you will read something before this in our inVISION magazine. Annika, it was a great pleasure to have you here. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
If you would like to find out more about inVISION, please register for our inVISION newsletter at invision-news.de/news, become a follower of our LinkedIn channel, inVISION News, or find out about our webinars at invision-news.com/Tech Talks. I look forward to welcoming you to our next episode of our inVISION podcast, 5 Questions 2.